This evening I'd like to talk to a topic that really is dear to my heart, and that is the substitute. The person who comes out for the team, particularly in their first year after having been a successful high school athlete, and soon learns that they're not quite the caliber initially to be a varsity athlete here and to be a starter. You know, the substitute is an essential component of any successful team. First of all, in many team sports, they have to play the opponent the entire year. They have to give the varsity starters the best look they can to prepare them for the season. Also, they are the person who has to be ready to come into the game. You never know when injury can strike, not only to the backup person who often plays a good deal, but even to that person, the first team person, the second team player, and now the substitute who really hasn't had a chance all season needs to be ready to come in. I'd like to categorize substitutes into three different categories, three different groups. One is the player who's a substitute who really has a sense is if they keep working hard, there's going to be an opportunity for them to start. It's a motivator. The coaches encourage them. They see an opportunity as they get more experience to be able to become those who get all the accolades later on in their career. The second substitute is the person who stands no chance of ever playing. That's the person who realizes they're either too small, too slow, or really not athletic enough to be able to play, but just loves the game and wants to be a part of something that's really unique here and also be able to be with their teammates and friends. And then the most difficult substitute for morale-wise and kind of psychologically is the senior who, having been a starter for a couple years, finds themselves on the bench because younger players are just better, more athletically talented, and able to perform at a higher level. That's the most difficult substitute. Difficult to deal with from a coaching standpoint, but more so for the player himself or herself to be able to find their role on the team and to be able to make a contribution, to be able to be a leader on the field and encourage people who have less experience and really as an underclassman. I know I had an opportunity once to coach with that kind of person, a guy named Lenny Femino, who was a middle guard on our football team, and he was undersized, too slow, and really didn't have the athletic talent to be able to play. But every day, Lenny came out to practice and said, "Coach, I'm ready to go today. If I get a chance this week, Coach, I'm going to be ready." And he worked very hard. He was an inspiration to his teammates. He was an inspiration to the coaches and someone who really knew his role and was a great Cardinal player. So my hats off to the substitute. I salute them and know that the contribution they make is really, really important. It's a comment on Wesleyan athletics from John Biddiscombe.